This is a Bones Divination for the global community for the month of May in the year 2023. I've already set the intention with the ancestors to come through with any guidance that might be helpful in the month of May. So I'm just going to light a little bit of impepu, letting the ancestors know that we're ready to begin. So the image that the ancestors are showing me, Makosi, they are showing me that you are standing before a series of doors. And as you're standing there, then you begin to pace back and forth, trying to consider what door you need to go through, which door is right for you. It is like the decisions that are before you that are represented in this image of the doors is what they are saying. But they are saying that you are missing the point, Makosis. You are missing the point. Because when they turn this image to the side, and you can see from the side view and not the front view of these doors in front of you, you can see that the pathways from each door lead to the same place. The ancestors are saying that there are always many choices before you on how you need to get somewhere. And sometimes you need to just step through the door and begin walking on the path to get you where you need to go. They're saying it is like going to the grocery store. There are many paths to getting there. It is what you see, experience, hear, or feel as you're driving your car to the grocery store that really you can take in that experience. If you are only going one way all the time, then you will only be able to experience the same things. And they are saying that each door is a different opportunity for you to experience something different along the way. It is not just about getting to the final destination. They are saying in the sense that even sometimes you might go through one door and you get to the place that you think you should be and it didn't turn out exactly how you thought. So you go back and you go through the door on the second door. But they are saying that you did not fail. It's not that things did not turn out right, but you needed to go back and go through door 2 to experience more, to go deeper, to have a deeper understanding, to see things from a different point of view. And then again, you might have to go back and go through the third door, the fourth door, before you fully learn the lesson that you are meant to. The ancestors are saying it is like going to the grocery store. And when you get all the way home, you forgot the gallon of milk. Was your trip to the grocery store a failure? No, you just forgot the milk. So you need to get back in your car and you need to drive back and you need to experience what is around you as you drive, as you get out, as you interact with people, and you get your gallon of milk and you drive back home. This is what the ancestors are saying this lesson is about in the month of May. And they are saying that this is a lesson that needs to be carried with you throughout your life. That each lesson, each moment in time is not about just that. It's about so much more, and opening up your heart to that, to the experiences, to the understanding and the lessons that you are here to learn in this lifetime. Do not look upon yourself as failing if things do not turn out the way that you think they should. Look upon them as the lessons that they are, the experiences that you had along the way. What did you learn? How did you grow? How can you do things different? the people that you met, the feelings that you had. It is all part of the journey. But if you are just going to stand in front of that door, walking back and forth and not making the choices, then you will be stuck in that place. You will be stuck in that energy of not being able to make any choices because you are so concerned about making the wrong choice. Sometimes we just need to take the leap of faith, open the door, and step through, knowing that the path before us is all about the lessons, the understandings, and the experiences. We are in these human bodies in this lifetime to have these experiences, to have the understanding, to be able to act and interact with other people. This is what the ancestors are saying. So they are saying to step through the door and have the experience. Open your heart to that and know that each and every time, if things do not look the way that they are supposed to, that does not mean that things went wrong. That just means that there's more to learn. There's more to learn in that lesson. There's different ways of understanding, different ways of being, and different ways of doing. And sometimes we need to travel that path to the grocery store in multiple different ways to actually fully fill our cart and bring it back home with all the things that we need. The things that we need to fill us up, to fulfill our lessons, our truths of who we are. And this is what the ancestors would like you to hear and understand. There's not just one purpose in your lifetime. That we, as being on this planet, we are learning many lessons at the same time. So there are always many doors open to us. We just have to choose to continue to open them and walk through them. And so when we look at the bones here, what the ancestors are showing this is the indecision of you standing before that door, waiting for the doors to be opened for you, or trying to figure it out with your mind of how to move forward. And then there's this great separation because you're waiting, trying to make the choice, trying to make the right decision. Because you know that maybe you have made a decision before and it didn't turn out how you thought it would be with your mind. And this is what the ancestors are saying, is that we need to move beyond that and we need to move forward and just take that leap of faith and step fully through the doors, knowing that we may have to go through multiple doors to get the lesson fully, to get the understanding that we need to. And this is what is happening here, that this space here, this space of waiting, they just keep saying, you're just waiting for something to happen, for the answers to come to you. But you have to start moving forward in order to make that happen. And this big doubt, this fear here that is sitting right here in the middle is pushing everything out. It's pushing against your life path. It's pushing against the possibilities of the transformation, for you to be able to stand in your power, because this fear sits right in the middle, holding you back from fully stepping forward because you don't want to make the wrong decision, or you think you don't trust your own guidance, your own intuition, because things did not turn out the way that you thought they should in the past. So you are stuck in that place of not wanting to try again, not wanting to make the choices. But they are saying that in order to move past that you need to open your heart. And this is the heart bone, and it's way over here outside of all that. That fear is just pushing the heart, closing it down, allowing you not to move forward on your path. And the ancestors are saying that you have a choice. You have a choice at each and every door. You have a choice each and every time a decision comes up, that you can open your heart and allow that energy to come in of those choices and allow yourself just to experience them. Allow yourself to try. Allow yourself to understand that they're not failures. They are opportunities. They are opportunities for you to have that experience and to really shift your perspective around that. What am I seeing, sensing, knowing, feeling? Why? It's not that it went wrong, but how can I do things differently moving forward? And what will I learn in the next opportunity? What will I learn when that new door opens and I step through it? For all the choices that you have in your life, instead of standing here waiting for those answers to come to you, for something to come to you, you have to open your heart, pushing this, and this is what would happen. The fear would move out, your heart would open right in the center of all of that, and then you are surrounded by your ancestors, your wisdom, your life path, your transformation, your power, your ability to move forward in this lifetime. This is where you are moving. This is where you are going. But if you continue to let your heart be closed to that, let that fear stay in the center, then you will continue to stand here waiting, not wanting to take any chances, not wanting to make any movement, not wanting to do anything because things didn't work out before the way that you thought you should. And so the ancestors are asking you today in this month of May to shift your perspective from feeling those type of thoughts to being curious about the possibilities and understanding and looking back and reflecting about all the things that you got from door number 1, all the things that you got from door number 2, and number 3 and number 4. Take all of those pieces and appreciate each and everything that you got along the way instead of looking at it from the end point of things didn't go the way that they should. Because in the end, you did get what you need. You needed to go back through that door again and that door again and that door again. And that's the lesson. That's the understanding that we need to begin to see our world from. We need to be able to understand that we're not going from point A to point B and that's all there is. We are going from point A to point B, back to point A, back to point B, over and over until we get everything that we need on that journey to that final point. And so we can look at this as each and every lesson that comes throughout our day, each and every choice that we have, in remembering to let that fear go that you didn't do things the way that you should have, so they didn't turn out right, or whatever you have your mind wrapped around, and to just open your heart and feel that heart-centered space as you are moving forward through each and every door, picking up the pieces as you go along and understanding that you are experiencing that for a reason. If things didn't turn out the way that you thought they would, then most likely they were not meant to work out in that way. So you can continue to grow and learn and get the lessons that you need in this lifetime. And this is what the ancestors want you to focus on for the month of May, to switch your perspective, to look at things differently, to understand them differently, not as things going wrong, but things that are going so right that you're gaining more and more and more as you travel along on that journey. And so you can carry that same lesson through June, July, 2024, and through the rest of your life. Bring that understanding to really sit with that and be grateful for all of those doors that you had to walk through to get through to where you really need to be. So I'm just going to light a little bit of Impepu, letting the ancestors know that we are grateful for their message this month. Let's do it like this. Thank you, ancestors. Thanks to all of our guides, our teachers. Thank you for the understanding and the wisdom, allowing us to see our paths differently from a different perspective, and appreciating all of the lessons that come to us and all the ways that we need to learn as we walk upon this earth in our physical bodies. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, great ones, for coming forward today and blessing us with this message. Bales.